What's up guys, Justin here for S&S Archery. Today's gear video, we're going to be looking at the Spot Hogg triple stack. So I know this is not a new sight, it's been out for about 6 months now, but with the timing, with the lack of inventory that we were seeing with these sights, we really wanted to wait to do this video. So we're going to go ahead, dive right into it, show you the things that we like about the sight, and hopefully we start to see those lead times on getting these to you guys speed up, because we do have a phenomenal product in front of me. Spot Hogg has been around for a long time, building phenomenal heavy-duty sights, great key components, all machined aluminum, 6061, very tough, very strong. They are definitely bomb-proof. They are a little bit heavier, but they're definitely meant to last. So in today's video, we're not going to really highlight the sight itself. We're more or less talking about the scope housing, because that's really the only thing that the triple stack is. They're still using the same pistol, they're still using the same base, everything about the sight remains the same. The only difference is the housing. The housing is bigger and you have the inline 3-pin system. For the first time, you're able to adjust those pin gaps. So unlike your very popular double pin, those pin gaps are set. So if your bow shot really slow or really fast, that yardages just varied. So when you were shooting your sight tape, sometimes it was 13 yards in between those pins, sometimes it was 8, 10, just depending on your speed of your bow. Well, now you can customize your pin gap, relay that, and adjust your pointers here. So you have 3 pointers for each one of your pins. Once you get that sighted into your sight tape, you're going to be able to set this up however you'd like. So 20, 30, 40, 25, 35, 45, however you'd like. That's just an awesome thing to be able to move that pin gap. Just a side note, you're not going to get some extreme difference in yardage. So if you set your top pin at 20 yards, don't expect your bottom pin to be set at 60 yards. There's only a short distance in here that you're going to be able to move that pin gap. So you may get 10 yards, you may get 15. You're just going to have to play with it and see where it's going to work. One benefit of this single post, your pins in line, is you're taking up a lot less of your sight picture. So there's not a whole bunch of clutter. This is very good for staying on the target right in line. So you're not drifting left and right. I love the sight picture. I like how clear it is. Being able to see those pins vertically helped me left and right. The one thing I struggled at with this setup was the very bottom pin. It is rather low to the housing, so seeing that bottom pin shooting out to 60, 70 yards was a challenge. I was kind of all over the place. A lot better if I raise those pins in the housing as far as possible. You can only go about a 16th, in between a 16th and an 8th on that first pin. But just getting it up a little bit higher does help definitely bring up that bottom pin off the bottom of your housing. And with that, I'm definitely treating this sight as basically a single or a double pin, very accurate with those 2 pins. And then basically I'm having 1 or 2 backup pins. So for hunting situations, having a 20, 30, 40 yard setup, you have an elk come in, it spooks, it runs out to 35. Well, now you have pins to shoot. You're not having to let down. It's a huge benefit. Now, if I were to take this out and do a 3D shoot, and I'm going to shoot 52 yards, instead of using that very bottom pin, I'm going to dial my sight down to where my middle pin or even my top pin, as long as I have the clearance for my arrow not to hit the scope housing itself. And I'm going to use those pins because it's just easier to focus on. To adjust the pins on the triple stack, a super simple process. I love this. Basically, you have 3 holes here on the front. You're just going to take your Allen wrench through, and then you're going to see at the base of the pin, there's going to be a set screw. Just going to loosen that set screw, 1/4 to a 1/2 turn, and then here on the bottom, there's going to be 1 Allen per pin. And then all you do is tighten or unloosen. When you tighten, that pin comes down. When you unloosen, it raises up. So really easy to fine tune that. I really like that about the housing. One of the other things that I noticed with this sight when I first got it was the pin brightness. So I find that the triple stack pins are brighter than, say, your traditional MRT, your 3-pin, your 5-pin. You're having more fiber optics up here on top, a longer coil. They're more exposed, as you can see. The housings are a little bit, bigger. So you're going to be a little bit heavier, but they're already heavy sights. So you're talking just maybe a 1/2 ounce, or an ounce. It's not that much. With the triple stack, you can see here, you do still get the MRT Rings, which is awesome, by Spot Hogg. Love that system. So you get a single ring, you get the big 3-ring system and the smaller ring as well. Really makes looking through your peep and centering that scope housing very easy. Regardless of your peep size, you can really fine tune this. Use inner rings, the middle or the outer. It just helps you center up real fast. That yellow and lime green color just pops, makes it super easy to focus on. The triple stack is offered in all of the adjustable sliding sights for Spot Hogg. So your Fast Steady, like I have here, your Fast Steady XL, your Tommy Hogg, and your Hogg Father. If you're a current owner of a Spot Hogg sight, say a double pin or a 3-pin MRT, and you want to shoot the triple stack, we actually have an option on our website where you can buy just the housing itself. So this is going to be called a triple stack combo. So you're basically getting the housing, the MRT rings, you're getting your 3 indicator system here, and then depending on if you have a single pin or a double pin sight, we have this 3rd axis bracket that's going to make your existing sight work with the new housing. If you already have a multi-pin, that 3rd axis adapter is the same, so then all you're going to get is the housing and you'll be good to go. The triple stack still allows you to use Spot Hogg sight light, so if you're a guy that likes that light, it's definitely something you can add on to this. Looking at some of the options of the triple stack, they're available in 19 thousandths pins and 10 thousandths. So I have them both right here. Those are going to be your stock sizes. If you wanted to run, say, 2 19s and a bottom 10, that would be a custom order, something you do through our site. And then your colors are going to be green, yellow, green on your stock sights. Same with the custom. If you wanted to change those pin colors, you could do that as well. Really, we're seeing about an equal lead time. So if you really want to customize this sight, whether you run those smaller pins on the bottom, different colors, definitely go that route. We basically just process the order, drop ship through Spot Hogg, get those sent over to you. Overall, I think this is a phenomenal sight. The addition of the triple stack housing really makes it customizable for your liking. Definitely, in our opinion, probably the best suit for hunting, kind of all around, is probably going to be the Tommy Hogg. It's actually less money than the Fast Steady XL, and you have the great features of micro adjustment on that. As you can see here on the Fast Steady, the gearing is exposed. With the Tommy Hogg and the Hogg Father, that's all encased, so you don't have that open gearing. It doesn't have access to the dust, the sticks that could pop in there, anything like that. So definitely, if you're on the fence of which one to go with, check out the Tommy Hogg with this setup. It's a great configuration as well. If you guys have found this video to be helpful in any way, please hit subscribe to our channel to follow more of our gear reviews and how-tos. And if you guys have any questions about Spot Hogg, triple stacked, or anything else in the store that we carry, please feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd be glad to help, and thanks for watching.